Hello, welcome back to Lady Lovestead Reads. My name is Jessica, and these are the activities going on at the Lovestead in the last quarter of 2025. If you're new here, I have what is essentially a Patreon, except that you can access all of my bookish activities for free. My formal Patreon account is a tip jar. So you can do all the things we do without paying any money. If you would like to leave me a tip, you can leave me a tip in the actual Patreon. The only thing that leaving me a tip gets you that you wouldn't otherwise have is voting rights for the buddy read and the trilogies that we read. Otherwise, you can do everything here for free. A link to the Discord and the Patreon and all of everything, my socials and whatnot, are in the description box down below. But here's what we have coming up in October, November, and December. Starting with our buddy reads. If you're new, I typically read books that fall into one of two categories. On the one hand, I tend to read books that are really dark and twisted. On the other, I like cozy, whimsical, and lighthearted stories. So what I do is I pick a book for us to read, and every other month I rotate between those two categories. On the odd-numbered months, we read something that's darker, and on the even-numbered months, we read something that's lighter. So October, the selection is From Garden to Grave by Ricki Blair. This is book 1 in the Leafy Hollow Cozy Mystery series. This one is available for free on Kindle. So the description of this one says, murder is a perennial problem. Verity Hawks is a shut-in. After 2 years bunkered in her apartment, the only thing that gets her out is the disappearance of her beloved but eccentric aunt. Aww. As she takes over her aunt's landscaping shop, she'll need to go from hoarder to horticulturalist in a hurry. Her new home of Leafy Hollow is quaint, except for her most obnoxious client. When a series of freak accidents kills the customer, all signs point to Verity as the killer. The hunt for answers is on, and Verity must question a tipsy carpenter, a bacon-peddling vegan baker, interesting, and her dreamy landscaping competitor to keep her new life afloat. Failure to find the truth could put her back in a confined space for much more than 2 years. So that is supposed to be the light book. And, by the sound of that doesn't sound super light. But it's a cozy mystery. So usually cozy mysteries have some sort of element of cozy that does make them fairly light and whimsical. So hopefully this stays within that category for those of us reading the cozy book in October. In November, we have Girl Missing by Tess Gerritsen. If you've been here a while, you know Tess Gerritsen is one of my favorite police procedural crime thriller novelists, and she writes the Rizzoli and Isles series. This one, Girl Missing, is a standalone. It is not connected to any series. The description says, the first body is a mystery. She's young, she's beautiful, and her corpse laid out in the office of Boston medical examiner Kat Novak betrays no secrets except for a notebook clutched in one stiff hand. 7 numbers scrawled inside. The next body is a warning. When a second victim is discovered, Kat begins to fear that a serial killer is stalking the city streets, a shadowy man without mercy or apparent motive. The police are skeptical. The mayor won't listen, and Kat's chief suspects is one of the city's most prominent citizens. The final body might be hers. So that was published in 1994. And I'm thinking that this one came out long before she started the Rizzoli and Isles series. I wonder if this was like inspiration for the series, since it's set in Boston and the main character is the medical examiner. I don't know, we'll see. And then the buddy read for December is Midnight in Everwood by M.A. Kuzniar. And this is a middle grade retelling of The Nutcracker. It looks really cute and cozy and perfect for December. Next, one Saturday a month, I do Saturday sprints in the Discord. So this is where we basically meet up virtually and read or do whatever we want together. And I start typically at noon Central Standard Time, which is Chicago time, and go until like midnight. So if you want to just hang out with us for the day on a Saturday, doing whatever you do for some sprints, you would be welcome to do that. So October Saturday sprints will be Saturday, October 11th. November sprints will be Saturday, November 22nd. And December sprints will be Saturday, December 6th. Again, that takes place in the Discord. I don't do anything live on YouTube or anything like that. Next, we've been reading trilogies, and the current trilogy that we're reading is a co-production with my friend Mr. Francy and his Discord, which is called The Sparkle Cafe. It's called a Sparklestead production, and we've been reading The Emergency Dessert Squad Cozy Mystery Trilogy by Laura Bradford. This is about a main character who inherits a vintage ambulance, and she converts the ambulance into a mobile bakery and calls her mobile bakery the Emergency Dessert Squad. We read the first book in September, which was Eclair and Present Danger. In October, we'll read book 2, which is The Silence of the Flan. In November, we will read book 3, which is Dial M for Mousse. In December, we're going to take a break. We don't have any trilogies that we're reading in December, but we'll pick up again in January with the next round. Seasonally, I do a Cozy 48 readathon, where you pick any 48 hours in a month and you read for those 48 hours. People do it in a lot of different ways. I don't have the bingo card made yet for the fall Cozy 48, but I'm going to host it in November. So for my November TBR video, I'll share with you the bingo card that has the information for our Cozy 48 readathon. They're really easy readathons to participate in, like super easy to get the bingo, and you can really make it your own. So there's lots of flexibility with this one. You're not like locked into certain books or certain genres or a certain number of things you have to read or anything like that. It's very flexible and very personalizable. You can personalize it. So I hope you join. We all have a lot of fun with these. Okay, and the last thing we've been doing is we've been watching TV. We did a Good Witch watch-along earlier in the year, and here in September, October, and November, we are watching the Netflix original Wednesday. So in September, we watched season 1 of Wednesday. In October, we're going to watch season 2, part 1. And in November, when it comes out, we will watch season 2, part 2. In December, we're just going to take a break. So no watch-alongs in December. And then we'll pick back up in January with a new TV series. Haven't really decided which one yet, so throw your ideas for the next watch-along in the chat. And then lastly, some of us on the Discord decided to do an impromptu trilogy-along of the trilogy Mina and the Undead by Amy McCaw. And we're just doing this through September and October. At your own pace, try and read all 3 books, by the end of October, if you can. For all this stuff, for the buddy reads and the watch-alongs, the trilogy-alongs, and things like that, there's a feather. What I do is I put a thread channel, or what do they call it? A thread topic in the Discord for each book or each trilogy or each TV show, and I leave that topic up for a full year. So even if you can't get to the book in the month that we're reading it, as long as you get to it within that year, the opportunity to join the conversation about the book is still there. And I take advantage of that myself. I have to practice what I preach when I say, go at your own pace, do what makes you happy. None of this is required. So that is what's planned for quarter 4 of 2025 here at the Lovestead. And hope to see you all there. If you have any questions about anything, do let me know. If you have ideas of other things that you would like to do, let me know that as well. If you just want to leave me an emoji to let me know that you're here, go ahead and leave me any kind of dessert emoji for the emergency dessert squad. And until next time, make sure that you continue to read good books, drink good coffee, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye!